Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Tony Grebmeier on the line, and he's CEO over at ShipOffers, and he's also a host over at the BEFULFILLED podcast. Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Adam. Honored.
So really excited to get into what you're doing over at ShipOffers and also your whole BeFulfilled brand. So a lot of interesting things that you have going on there. And, of course, love to support other podcasters. So we're definitely going to give my audience a flavor of what you're doing there. But before we do that, let's get into what you're doing over at ShipOffers. I mean, I know you guys have been around for a long time, so logistics and fulfillment company in the industry since 2001. So let's start there. Tell us more about ShipOffers, please.
Man, I love it. Thanks for the opportunity. I mean, what I really do is on two levels, professional fulfillment with ShipOffers, personal fulfillment with BeFulfilled. So on the professional fulfillment side, if you've ever thought about being an online marketer and wanting to launch a supplement, white label, private label, we have over 50 products that you can, pretty much white label. We help you find traffic. We help work with you to find marketers to promote it. We pretty much help you do what you need to do to build this brand. And we've been doing that since, 2001. I started in this industry online in 1996. And every day I think about, supplements, what books, what products, what things can we help marketers find that can really help them kind of share their brand with the world and their mission. And so mainly what we do every single day is talk to entrepreneurs. We just got back from a European trip. We went and met our clients in the UK and Romania, over in Ireland and Paris, and really just work with marketers to try to help them. So we think differently, right? Most people don't go to their customers. We go to our customers. We go meet them on their home turf to understand what they're all about because they have dreams. We want to help them achieve theirs. And so we really spend most of our time strategizing and networking and giving resources, opening up our Rolodex and say, what is it that you need today to be successful? In this time of need, in this time of crisis, people are freaking out. Well, we're an essential business, so we can help find resources and bring things to help you to really thrive in this economy and really see the opportunity that's available in this economy. And so every single day we wake up with, purpose and like this idea of like, how can we support you and help you grow?
Man, I love that. And Tony, so there's a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives listening. I'm one of them. I'm one of those guys that have always wanted to white label a physical product, and I've never done it. One day still, that's on my bucket list. So what kind of entrepreneurs, executives, companies, what are the right types of fits and niches for ShipOffers, just so that we make sure that the right type of people follow up with you?
Absolutely. I appreciate it, Adam. So if you're just starting out in the industry, there's other resources you probably should use before you come check us out. We're more of your medium to large type business. If you're using ClickBank, if you have a funnel, if you figured out kind of webinars and you understand marketing and you already can say, hey, I can build something, drive people through it, and they're buying maybe a digital product, but you want to turn that into a physical opportunity, that's definitely what you're looking at ShipOffers for. We can custom formulate a product. We can create basically anything you can think of. When it comes to supplements, anything that, it's a liquid delivery system, a powdered delivery system, a capsule, a tablet, a cream, whatever you can kind of think of, your gambit in the health and wellness industry. Come check us out if you're a medium to large size business. Guess what? I started in my garage as somebody who didn't know anything, and I built my business over the past 19 years with my business partner. So everybody has to start somewhere, and we have just found that it works ideally with medium to large size businesses.
Man, that's amazing. I love it. Let's switch it up. I do want to get into your BeFulfilled brand and what you're doing on the personal side, helping people. So tell us a little bit more about it, please.
Absolutely. So professional is ShipOffers. Personal is what I was lacking in my life. And so about 11 years ago, I hit a bump in the road. I was basically ready to go check out of this world. And somebody knocked on my door and said, hey, Tony, that has meaning and purpose, but what you're doing right now doesn't. And that rang so true that I didn't really have a purpose and I didn't really have a meaning. And I spent the last 11 years defining what that looked like in my life, and it came with the word contribution attached to it. And I realized that despite your past, you can achieve anything you want. Sometimes you just need somebody to be there to help you along on your mission. And so we created the Be Fulfilled community to support entrepreneurs and business owners who feel like maybe they're stuck on an island all by themselves, or they feel like, you know what, I don't know who to ask, but I'll tell you right now, like the greatest gift you'll ever give yourself is to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of your greatness. So we take these people and we bring them along, because I was one of them and so many of my friends too. And they started asking me, how did you turn it all around? And I said, well, I follow this kind of system I created. And so I took 12 different weeks of kind of lessons and put them into a journal called the Be Fulfilled Journal, Journey to Fulfillment, and put a whole course behind it that's all free and a community that's all free to support you. And I tied all of this in because I knew deep down inside, if contribution was on the top of my mind, I wanted to go help contribute to the world and make it a better place. So if you're kind of like a straggler, or you feel sometimes as an entrepreneur you're all alone, you're not. You just need to team up with the right people to help encourage you and to give you things that you can use in your life that are going to be impactful. So you can go do the same thing that you love every day, but know that you're not alone anymore.
Man, that's awesome. And let's get into the podcast. I want to talk more about that, because obviously all the people that are hearing your voice right now, which you have the radio voice, everybody, that's your background. Let's get into the podcast. Tell us more about what kind of content people can expect, the format. Give us more of that, please.
I thank you, Adam. I ask one question to kick off every show. What is your definition of success? And we take money off the table. So when we really get to the heart of who you are, everybody really is looking for freedom in life. So I go out and I get to find today's, top entrepreneurs and people who are pushing great content. From Todd Herman, wrote the book Alter Ego. Roland Frazier, he's got over 50 businesses. Also one of the co-founders of Digital Marketer, Traffic and Conversion. Perry Marshall, you name it. I just love talking to people. And at the core of who individuals are is their why, their purpose, and their mission. And once we get into tactics, it's so great to just not hear them talk about money, not hear them talk about their Lamborghinis or their extravagant, travel. It's about how they're making an impact in the world. So that's what I pull out every single day when I interview guests, is like the nuggets that nobody else is asking. And that's why when people hang up, they're like, dude, that's like no other podcast. It's kind of like you, Adam. It's like no other podcast I'm tuning into, because you're not asking the same questions. You're helping people to be themselves. And, that's really the opportunity today being on your show. I love it. I love the format. I love the flow. You're great at doing what you do. And so I just love finding people who love what they do and then give them a platform to share it with the world.
So, Tony, I always ask the podcasters on this, and it's hard because I'm telling you, choose from all your favorite babies, right? All your episodes, and I get it. But give us a story or something that just stuck out from one of your favorite episodes. I know every podcaster out there that's been doing this and even if you've been doing it for 2 episodes, you have something that just stuck out where it just hits at your heart, and you're like, man, this is why I do it, and this is why I have to keep podcasting.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, episode Roland Frazier, great episode. And we get into the things that most people aren't talking about. We were crying during the episode because we know we were pulling at each other's heartstrings. But on top of that, he's made millions and millions and millions of dollars, runs multiple companies. And so you get all the business stuff, but you get the core stuff. And most people live at the surface level. That's where the weeds grow. When you get to the depth and down in their gut, that's where everything good grows. And that's really what I love to see. Like with Roland, he was just transparent. He was like, hey, I'm not going to share with your listeners, Adam. I want your listeners to come and discover it so I can send it back more inspired to do something and take action. Because at the end of the day, if what you're doing right now isn't moving you, then maybe you're stuck doing what somebody else wanted you to do. And your real purpose and your real passion is really discovered in the depth of who you are at your core. And this episode really shook us and really made us stop and think, wow, there it is. That's the essence of what I do, what Roland does. And I can hear it in Adam's voice why he does what he does too. So come check that episode out.
Man, chills. I'm telling you right now, you're crying on the episode. That's amazing. Like that's making a connection with your guests. That's just valuable. I'm sure you help a lot of people with this, with not only that episode, but with the other ones on your podcast. So that's awesome. So Tony, that being said, if somebody's listening to this and if they want to follow up with you on the professional side for ShipOffers, or if they want to learn more about the personal side with the other brand, then what's the best way for them to connect with both?
Well, first, thank you for the opportunity to be a guest. Number 2, thanks for allowing me to share some resources. Number 1, ShipOffers.com, anything professional, anything we can do. Come just check us out. Maybe we're right for you, maybe we're not. At least you'll know, and then down the road, if something changes, there's an opportunity for you. And then on the personal side, TonyGrebmeier.com. Adam will drop it in for you. You can check it out. You can find my podcast. You can find my journal. You can find my community. You can find everything that I'm up to. You can even find ShipOffers. And really, thank you very much for this just incredible opportunity to come and share with your audience today what I'm up to and how hopefully maybe I've impacted somebody. Take action today. Don't sit around wait. Today is the only day you need right now.
Man, fantastic. Well, hey, Tony, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today to talk more about your background and all the great things you're doing, both at ShipOffers, and everyone go out and check out that Be Fulfilled podcast, man. That's going to be worth your time. And to the audience, as always, glad to have you tune in. I hope you had fun listening. We had fun making this and bringing it to you. So if you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, definitely subscribe there. But also leave us some comments in the video. Love to keep the conversation going over in the YouTube community over at Mission Matters Business. And Tony, thanks again for coming on the show.